And we're live. Hey, welcome in the house, everyone. It's Wilco the Cry here from UpViral. And today we're going to talk about the future of UpViral. So for those of you who are live right now, please let me know in the comments if you can actually see and hear me. That way I know for sure that it's all technically working. And if you're watching the replay, welcome as well, obviously. Really excited for what we got in store today, because today, like the title shows, we're going to talk about the future of UpViral. Now, let me just have a look at the comments. There is probably a little bit of a delay. Martin saying all great, which is awesome. Martin in the house. Rob says all good. Can see and hear as well. So we're streaming this on multiple platforms. So if you're on YouTube, welcome. YouTubers, if you're on Facebook, welcome. Facebook, we're streaming this on our Facebook page and into our Facebook group of UpViral as well. So a couple of days ago in our Facebook group, I actually asked, like, hey, what do you guys and girls think we're going to announce? And I saw that over 300 people have actually guessed. And then let me just zoom in so you can see that a little bit better on the stream. Over 300 people have been guessing what we're going to announce today. And just to give you a little bit of an idea, some of the ideas that have been shared, like Leo here says, like, UpViral is integrating in its own token / cryptocurrency on the BSV blockchain. Well, who knows, right? Patrice is saying, well, new baby on the way. Well, I just had a baby like 8 weeks ago, so a little bit early for that. Lester here, crazy idea. UpViral is to be acquired by ClickFunnels, or they're going to be an official partner and integrate with ClickFunnels. UpViral got a partially acquired and also got a funding round, and scale and expand. You'll remain your managing partner. Tony here saying, UpViral agency is being introduced. First one to say it, although Mark said, I beat you to it. I've shared that as well. And Amin right here, he says, hey, we're going to announce a quiz builder function inside of UpViral. But as Mitch already mentioned, you can actually do that with the integration already for those who are more creative. An UpViral free trial. So quite a few ideas that have been shared already. And today I'm going to actually announce what is actually the case, what we're actually going to release. And I want to make this fun and engaging as well. So that's why I decided to, during this live stream, during this broadcast, my team will actually pick 3 winners from those who are commenting and engaging. So, and if you win, you get this t-shirt. Well, not this one, because this one is probably used, but you get the new one. We'll ship it to your doorstep. We'll do that to 3 people. So that's just a way of, like, you know, as a way of thank you for being here live during the call. I appreciate that a lot. And that way it's more engaging and fun as well, right? Because you can just watch or you can engage. And so when I ask questions, just, you know, let me know in the comments. Cool. All right. So before we're actually going to go into, like, what is it going to be, I quickly want to do a quick recap of, like, where we've been. Like, before we look at the future, let's look at where we came from, right? Because UpViral actually officially launched on August 5th, 2015. Now, I'd love to know in the chat, who here got signed up for UpViral during the first week? Let me know in the chat if you're one of the OGs, the people who got started way early when we just launched it. But to be honest, actually, that's not where it really started, right? Even though that was the first public launch and the first time the public was able to sign up for UpViral, it actually all started back in 2011 when I booked a one-way ticket to Australia to start a new business. Because prior, my previous business went back to zero, and I was kind of struggling to get something going again. I was like, all right, what do we do? Like, how am I going to figure out this internet business thing? I had zero clue, so I booked a one-way ticket, and I was like, I'm going to rent an office there. I'm just going to figure it out during that period. I had no clue what I was doing. But along that time, I actually launched a little WordPress plugin. I never did something like that. That was the first time ever. I went on Odesk or any of those websites, and I hired someone to, like, hey, could you please build this little WordPress plugin? Because I need it, right, for what I was doing. And I figured, you know what, if I need it, maybe some other people need it as well. So I figured, you know what, I've seen a ton of people talk about you should build an email list. I'm like, let's try that out. I've never done that. I've never sold my own product, never built my own list, none of that. So this was really my first rodeo with that. And maybe some of you actually know that plugin. Like, that original plugin was called WP for FB. Like, crazy name, right? It was that for WordPress for Facebook. If you've been using that back in the day, that's awesome. Like, that was my very first plugin. And at that point, I hired someone to build that plugin, but I had zero clue how to get the word out. Like, how do you actually promote that? How do you get people to download that plugin? How do you get people to opt in for that? I had no clue, right? So what I did is I created this is actually a screenshot of it, a super ugly, but hey, it worked. I created an opt-in page where people could enter their name and email address, because that's what I heard people do. But I'm like, I still need to get people to see it, right? So on that first try, what I did is I figured, you know what, I'm going to be creative. After people opt in, I'm not just going to say like, all right, here's the plugin for free. What I'm actually going to do is like, you enter your name and email address, and then after, I have like a share to get button. So you needed to share on Facebook and with all your friends, so all your friends would see it as well, and then you were able to download that plugin, right? And that was like that was my idea of like that. This is so genius. This is going to go viral. It's going to be amazing. And for those of you, who've been a viral user, you probably heard this story before. There are a couple things that I haven't shared before, but in a nutshell, like, even though I thought it was going to be amazing, the actual results were kind of okay. Like, I got over 100 shares in the first week, but actually not the kind of results I was really hoping for, right? Like, because a lot of people, they just share the link, but then they deleted the message right after, or they just shared it on a fake Facebook account. But there was something to it, right? Like, where I gave something of value, that plugin, in return for them sharing, even though, they were sharing it on fake accounts, or like they were deleting the message right after. There was something quite to it, right? And that's when I realized there was this company who had already figured it out. We all know this. Like, I've been telling this story many times already. It's Dropbox. Like, what they did is genius. They gave every user their own unique invite link. So instead of just saying like, hey, share this with all of your friends, it's more about, right, here's your unique invite link. We're going to keep track how many of your friends actually sign up, right? And now your and my goal are actually aligned. Like, we want to have more users, Dropbox, and everyone was promoting their unique invite link, because the more people signed up through their unique invite link, the more storage they got in their account. In other words, the more value they got from Dropbox. So when I saw that, I was like, that is genius, right? Now, I know I've been telling this story many, many times, but that's really the foundation of like where the first time I realized the true potential, how well this works. Because the next time I tried this out, I did it with the unique invite link. I got over 16,000 leads in the first month, because people opted in. They went to this page. They were offered something of value if they shared it, right? And then they shared it with their friends, and they opted in, and that way it just kept on going, right? Now, the reason why I'm sharing that is, like, as every business, like, it's not always a straight line, because the first time I realized this, right, was back in 2011. But we launched UpViral in 2015, right? So what happened in the meantime? That's like a long time, right? And like, as I mentioned, like, success isn't always like what people think is like it's a straight line, but in reality, it's usually more like that. And the reason why I'm going to share that is because, yes, I'm going to share where Viral is going today. I'm going to share some really exciting new updates, but I also want to be like completely transparent and completely open to everyone as well, because as much as we want to, like, I'm a marketer, and yes, I'll be excited. I'll be excited about all the awesome case studies we have, and every time a client has awesome results, yes, right? But on the flip side, I want to be honest as well. We make mistakes. We've made plenty of mistakes. We still make mistakes, and we will continue to make mistakes as long as we try to do the right thing, right? Same thing here. Between 2011 and 2015, it wasn't an immediate success. It wasn't like, hey, I found out what works. Now just build UpViral and let's do it. Because back in the days, there was no tool like this that did that, right? It had to be custom built. So the first time, and this is something I haven't, not a lot of people would actually know about, I actually launched a tool called Viral Opt-ins, which kind of ish does what UpViral does, but in a much simpler way. I launched that in 2013. So 2011 I had the idea. 2013, I launched Viral Opt-ins. Completely failed, like did not work the way I wanted, but it was a good first attempt. And then I just worked on some other things. But the idea of like this viral growth concept, it was still in my mind, because I knew how powerful it was. And I've been using it in various of my own campaigns. And every time, like, it worked so incredibly well. I knew there was something in there, and I knew other businesses had to use that as well, right? So I didn't let go of the idea. I was like, how do I make this work? I hired various people to see, like, can we build this? And I failed, tried it again, until finally, UpViral came to life. And the very first version of Viral, this is how it looked like. And it's actually embarrassing. I looked up this screenshot the other day. Like, what was the first version of UpViral? And I think if everyone looks at this and you compare it with where we are right now, like, this is embarrassing, right? But that's where we started, right? Initially, it wasn't about how did it look like or anything. Like, it was about the basics, making sure it works, right? So that is what we did initially. And since the time, it's been an incredible journey. Like I said, we had many ups and downs, and yes, many times I had to pull my hair out. I mean, you can probably tell, right? There's not much left of it, and that's because like it's been an incredibly fun journey, and it's been extremely rewarding. But at the same time, like we've made mistakes. Like I've been close to burnout. We've been made. There's like it's not always a straight line. Like, but the important part is like, regardless of all that, like we had our community just move forward and just go to the next level and have a lot of fun with it. And on the flip side of those moments, we also had a lot of like rewarding moments. Like after we launched, it didn't take long until someone actually collected over 100,000 leads using UpViral. I think we had that after like 1 or 2 months after we launched it. His name was Andrew Longley. If you've been seeing any of our marketing about UpViral, you've probably seen his face because he was one of the first to do it. And after he was actually the first to cross the 100,000 leads mark. After that, we had many more, but like he was the very first to do it. And for those who have went through the 100,000 leads mark or more, we actually have something cool in store later on as well, but that's not going to be revealed just yet today. But we had massive customer success. We've been used by various well-known entrepreneurs, like for example Russell Brunson. We've been mentioned on stage on many places where like sometimes it's so cool. I get like messages on my phone like, "Hey Wilco, here and here, this guy's talking about UpViral," and every time that just lights me up, right? So here, the founder of Zone Guru talked about it. This is at Funnel Hacking Live, for example. He got over 1.7 million shares using UpViral, like incredible success. And we just get a lot of customers who get amazing results as well. Like for example, John here, Anita here, Rania here. We marked out the name here, over 10,000 leads right here. Just a bunch of success as well. So that's the awesome part. Now, I actually want to ask you all a question. Like, how many leads do you think we've collected so far using UpViral? Like, drop it in the comments. Like, take a guess. How many leads in total we've collected using, for our clients? I'd love to know. While you answer that in the chat, I'm actually gonna drink from my. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera. Drink from my UpViral bottle. Yes, it's something one of our clients actually sent. Martin actually, he's in the house. Let me just go through the comments if I see any of the guesses. How to got 1.7 million leads. I actually did a presentation on that on ClickFunnels Live. 4 million, 3.5 billion, a lot of different guesses. Cool. Oh, now I need to hide that one. Cool. Well, let me just break it to you. So far, this is actually as of yesterday, while I was working on the presentation, we've collected over 23 million, close to 24 million leads using UpViral. And actually, the true amount is going to be higher because this only includes, like if you delete your campaign or remove that, this is actually detracted because for transparency. So the actual number is going to be higher, but like over 23 million leads. I want you to imagine that because it's so easy to say that, right? But like, picture like what would it like for most businesses to get like 500 leads extra or like 1,000 leads extra, right? I mean, we can look at like the 100,000 leads campaigns, but like you get like 1,000 leads in a month. That is awesome. Like for a lot of businesses, that is like game changing, right? And 1,000, but like this is over 23 million leads. Like how many people, like how many stadiums of people are that, right? These are all actual people. So I'm really grateful and proud that we've been able to do that for our clients. And at the same time, I'm also an entrepreneur. Like I like to just step back and like look at what we're doing and see, what is next. And I believe that there's always a next level to everything, right? Like, yes, we can be proud of what we do. And yes, we have to cherish that. And yes, we have to, it's good to be grateful for what happened. But at the same time, like we can then accept it and like, this is awesome. Let's keep doing this. Or you can just look back and like, how do we go to the next level? What do we do to make that seem small, right? Because I feel like, again, there's always a next level to everything. And the moment I realized that was actually about a year ago when I met up with two of my friends, like from back in the day, like his name is Frank and Fred. And the first time I met them was around 10 years ago, 12 years ago, when I went to Australia the first time. I did an internship there, and they were my bosses, right? And since that time, since I went to Australia and I've been working with them, they're both entrepreneurs, they have been my role model ever since. And I lost touch. I had never been in touch for over 10 years, but they've been my role model up to the point where like every time when I made a big decision in a business at viral, I asked myself, like, what would these guys think? Would they be proud or not? Like, do you have that as well? Like, where you just have someone who you really look up to, like the entrepreneurial role model. They were that for me for like over 10 years, right? And about a year ago or so, I went to Sydney again, and I was like, I need to meet up with these guys. I haven't been in touch for like 10 years, but I need to meet up with these guys to see how they're doing, right? And the first time I met them about 10 years ago, they were working on this little WordPress website, literally a WordPress blog to review credit cards. So like, this is how it looked. I found an image online what it looked back then. It was like a creditcardfinder.com.au. And you can ask yourself, like, if you have a little WordPress blog, you compare some credit cards, how big can you actually make that, right? Because that doesn't really seem like a big business, right? That was like 10 years ago. So a year ago, I went back to Australia and I was like, all right, I want to meet up with these guys, but I started to be scared. I'm like, they've been my role model, but what if they're actually not living up to the expectations that I made it up in my mind, right? So I went there and I wasn't sure what to expect. They had an address. I went to that place, and then I walked in, and this is literally what I saw. Like, their office looked like a spaceship, literally like a spaceship. And I started talking with them. I realized that little WordPress blog that they created, that I thought, well, how big can it actually be? They scaled that. They made a huge business out of that. They employ over 350. Well, back then, right now it's even more. But over 350 people with offices in Sydney, in New York, Manhattan, in London, in Manila, and like that blew my mind, right? To take one thing, and just keep working on it for over a decade, and they've scaled it that far. And that opened my eyes to like, wow, like, there's always a next level, right? And I started looking at UpViral as well. And like, yes, we can be proud, but what is for us the next level, right? How do we get there? What do I need to do? Who do I need to become to get there, right? And one of the sentences that stood out to me as well from Tony Robbins, he said, we usually overestimate what we think we can accomplish in 1 year, but we grossly underestimate what we can accomplish in a decade, right? And that's also what made me realize, like, I'm not like at UpViral, like I've never been in it for the short term. I've always been in it for the long term. Make sure that we help businesses not just this year, not just next year, but over 5 years and 10 years as well, right? And sometimes you just need to zoom out and think like, how do we actually get there? How do we make sure that in 5 years from now, it's like 20 times, like we're 20 times as big or whatever, we help way more customers out than we are today, right? And that's why when I really decided it's time for the next level, because it all starts with a decision, right? It all starts with a decision. So what does that really mean, right? What does it really mean to go to the next level? Well, it's no longer like the way I see it. Like when we first started, again, we all make mistakes. When I first started with UpViral, it's about how do I get it bigger? How do I get it, like, how do we grow UpViral, right? And now we actually shifted, like, how do we get our clients bigger? Because we know that if we get more results to our clients, we will grow, like our growth will be following that, right? So how do we make sure that we get more of our clients actual results and actual success? And we've been way more focused on that. And that, like, what it actually means, that like our mission is to help over 100,000 businesses to grow their audience using word of mouth and referral marketing. You know, to do that, like, there's just massive change that need to happen. Like, you cannot do that with this. You cannot do this. You cannot accomplish this by doing the same things we did a year ago. Like, we need to step up our game, and that's what we started doing. And that's why over the last year or so, I've been hiring a lot more people. We have been building our team, been growing our team to make sure that we're ready for the next phase. Like right now, I just checked on Slack, which is our internal chat. We've got 35 people working on the business right now, which still blows my mind. And I'm super grateful for every single one of them, because UpViral, for every one of you who's using it to grow your business, it would not have been possible without any of those people, right? And I'm super grateful that they're all joined us in this mission to help more businesses grow their business using word of mouth, using referral marketing, right? But that also brings us to why we're all here. Like, what are we going to reveal today, right? Now, who's excited? Tell me. Well, please don't make me feel like I'm alone here, even though I am alone here in this studio, but at least share the fun with me to make sure that to let me know that you're actually excited. I'm just going to check the, this is a huge team now. I appreciate, yes, we've grown a fair bit. Woohoo. Awesome, appreciate that. Michael, Awesome. People are excited, which is good. Well, let's get started then. We actually have three announcements, but before I do, I actually want to ask my team, like, do we have someone? I'm just going to check my Slack. Have you picked anyone for a free t-shirt yet? That would be amazing. Probably not yet. But please let me know, and then I'll pick, like, let me know who I need to pick, and then we'll get, that person will get his UpViral t-shirt, all right? I'll probably get it soon while my team is working on that. Cool. So what is behind the curtain? I actually got 3 updates, and we're gonna build it up. The third one, you're gonna, well, we'll see what happens, right? So the first announcement is that like, we've been looking at how do we actually get more success for you, right? Because yes, we are a software company. We created a piece of software to help you to grow your business, but we realized that it's not just about the software, right? It's about the support and like knowing what to do as well. And that's why we decided, like, we need to support a lot. We need to invest a lot more in supporting and guiding you to help you succeed, right? And beyond just having the tool, like, what do you actually need to succeed? For example, some of you might have seen the viral hacking challenge. Like, right now it's actually closed, but like every once in a while we let a small group of people into the viral hacking challenge. You can, if you want to check it out, viralhackingchallenge.com once it opens up again. But like, we let small groups of people in to help them for a 30-day period to actually, you know, implement all of this. But that's not all. Like, what we also do is we started doing this recently. Every Tuesday we have a free co-pilot show. Like, it's completely free at 10 a.m. Eastern Time, New York, same time as this call is today, but on Tuesday, every Tuesday. And that's where we give you tips and strategies on how to actually implement this, right? Because we realize, like, some people, they have enough on the tool itself, but some people just want to have more information, or like they want to have some handholding, or they want to ask some questions. That's what the co-pilot session is for. It's completely free. And if you haven't checked it out yet, I know for those of you who are in the Facebook group, you probably have, but if you haven't yet, you can sign up for free at upviral.com/co-pilot-show. Completely free every Tuesday, no obligation whatsoever. It's even if you're not a customer yet, feel free to just check it out to see what's going on. It's actually a lot of fun as well. So that is an example. And if you want to check the replays, if you go to our UpViral group, if you search for UpViral on Facebook, and then inside the Facebook group, there's a page called Units on the left, and it's an easy way to find the replays, because we've been already been doing this for the last couple of weeks. And I just got the first winner for the t-shirt, and the winner is Mike Brigida. I hope I pronounced your name right. Mike Brigida. Well, congratulations. I'll reach out to you tomorrow to ask for your full address, or you can already send it to us. But if not, I'll reach out to you tomorrow for your full address, and I'll ship you this t-shirt. All right. So congratulations. Awesome. And thank you for engaging on the show. Really appreciate it, so that, you know, it doesn't just feel like this weird Dutch guy talking to himself, right? Appreciate that. So again, so first announcement is, like, we are doing more things on, like, supporting you and helping you actually get the information you need to actually implement it. And one of these things is the co-pilot show, again, completely free at upviral.com/co-pilot-show. And you can check out all the replays inside the UpViral group as well, or on our YouTube channel. If you search on YouTube to UpViral, you'll find it as well. All right. Brings me to the second update. And that is that we've built a much stronger product team to build the platform you need, right? Now, what does that really mean? So, as we all know, as you're, like, a lot of you are probably an entrepreneur as well, and usually when you start out, like, you wear all the hats, right? You do customer support, you do everything. Like, you do your accounting. Same for me. When I first got started, I did a lot, right? And that is good and bad, because if you try to do a lot, you also become the bottleneck. And I realized that at some point I was like, hold on, like, I want to design every little bit of UpViral, but do I have it, like, does it actually get the attention it deserves? And I realized that if we really want to go to the next level, we need to have a kick-ass product team. Like, not just doing it like partially, no, full dedication, awesome developers, like, awesome product team. And so we've been hiring the best of the best, and we have a kick-ass product team with awesome developers. Like, it's a strong product team led by Benjamin Powell, a team of kick-ass developers. Like, I would love to mention everyone by name, but, you know, they know who they are. Like, they're awesome. UpViral would not exist without them. And thanks to this team, we've been doing this behind the scenes on massive various major updates, and one of them will be revealed today. We got some other cool stuff that we'll be revealing soon-ish. But yeah, we've been working on behind the scenes on some massive projects. Not the kind of project that you finish in like a month, like massive project that took a lot of time and planning, but it's going to be worth it to make sure UpViral is ready for the future. And also, we're with this team, and also way more laser focused on what you need to get to results, right? Instead of just building UpViral and it's cool and it's awesome and it's fancy, like how do we all focus on how do we make sure you get more results using UpViral, right? Make it easier and more effective. And one of the ways thanks to this product team, that we now have a better process and a better way of doing it as well. We are now much better in organizing all the feature requests. Like we already had a way of you can ask feature requests, but as of today, we got a new place where we manage all the feature requests, and I would love to have you help. So if there's anything that you have ideas for UpViral, please go to features.upviral.com. Let me just make it a little bit bigger so that it's you can actually see it. There we go. Like that. If you have any ideas to help us move forward, go to features.upviral.com. You can do either submit idea on the top right, or you can just vote for your most favorite ideas. And right now we just started using this way, but it will also be making clear and adding more stuff like what we actually got planned, what we're working on, what we've launched as the feature updates. We've been trying to do this a little bit in the past, but this is the focused way of doing it. So I'd really appreciate your feedback here as well. Any thoughts or any ideas that you have, please post it here. Even if you already felt like you've shared this before, please do share it there. We'd really do appreciate that. All right. Now, that brings me to, I would like to have drums here actually, to probably the most important, the most exciting part of this presentation today, because as I mentioned before, this is what UpViral looked when we first launched. Come on now, this is embarrassing, right? So obviously that didn't last. We made improvements, a lot of improvements obviously, and this is how we all know UpViral looks today, right? Well, we actually realized that for some of the updates that we were working on, and some of the things we're planning on, we were running into limitations in the way we looked. And we could add new features, but it would feel clunky and it would not be actually a good customer experience. So because of that, we actually had to hold back various features that we would have loved to put out, that you guys and girls have asked for. We have the people to build it, but it just didn't make sense in this platform. It would add so much more confusion, and that's why we've been working hard on completely reinventing the interface of UpViral from scratch. And when I mean from scratch, I mean from scratch. You would not believe how many countless hours of calling, brainstorming, designing, coding to get UpViral ready for the future. You would not believe how much time went into this. And actually I want to ask you a question, just for this redesign of UpViral, we've rebuilt it from the ground up, the whole interface. We are coding that. Take a guess how many lines of code we've added to the release that I'm going to share today. And just to put it into perspective, I checked it up. I looked it up online. The Bible, right, has 31,000 lines of code. Let's say 30,000 lines of code to make it easy, right? Our team, I'm so proud. I wish I could take the credit, but I really can't, because I couldn't code it. I couldn't code or anything if my life depended on it. So I have credit goes where credit's due. This is all the team, and I'm super, super grateful for that. And I actually asked them this morning, how many lines of codes did we actually publish for this? And I was shocked, literally shocked, because altogether we pushed with this update 530,000, over 1 million lines of code for this. I just want to, the reason why I'm sharing this, I know you might be like, what's the update? How does it look like? But I just want to show you the effort that's being put in to rebuild it from scratch and redesign it from scratch. This is just the coding part, not even the actual interface and design and all that. Again, the Bible, 30,000 lines, 31,000. And this update is over 500,000 lines of code, which to me just blows my mind. But that's to show the amount of effort that went into this from the team. All right. So I just want to give you a quick bit of a sneak peek. In a little bit, I'll give you a live demo as well. But usually when I stream online, and my MacBook becomes super slow. But so before trying to do that and risking everything blows up here in the live stream, I'm just going to show it some static images on the presentation first. So there we go. So this is currently the new dashboard, and as you see, it looks completely different, and there's a good reason for that, which I'll tell you in a little bit, actually. And the whole setup flow, it's actually, there's fewer steps to go through, and it's still all, for those who are familiar with UpViral, you'll still find your way around easily, right? It's not like completely different that you don't know your way around. Yes, you'll have to relearn a couple things, but overall it's actually a lot better and a lot easier to use as well. And it just looks a lot better. And also, like, it's not just that it looks better, but there's some really cool improvements as well. For example, you get more guidance along the way, especially if new people come along who realize that some people have some questions like this doesn't make sense. Like, how do you actually do that, right? So we've been adding guided tours as well, so they actually guide you through the process to make sure it's clear, even if you're brand new to UpViral, all right? We also have way more powerful custom actions. Like before, for those of you who don't know what custom actions are, using custom actions, you can get people to incentivize, for example, to join your Facebook group, or to follow your podcast, or to join you on your Facebook Messenger, or to visit your website, and you give them points for that. So you can incentivize people to say, like, hey, if you follow me on my podcast and join my Facebook group, you'll get points. And if you do that, you will then get X, Y, or Z, or you can win something, right? That was already possible, but now it's actually much easier because, and I'll show you a live demo in a little bit, but we now have a ton of presets. Like, you don't have to come up with like, what can I actually do? You just click, done. It's really, really cool. And it works so much easier than before. And this is going to allow you to not just build up a bigger email list, but to easily also grow your audience, right? Get people, once they opt into your list, get people to follow you in multiple places, so that from that point onwards, yes, they'll see you on YouTube, yes, they'll see you on Instagram, or wherever your business is present. So really, really cool. This is just an example of one of the updates that went live within this dashboard. Also, like, another example is the geo-targeting. Like, if you only want to get people to sign up from your country, like from a certain, you're like, hey, I don't want everyone, I just want people from the Netherlands, for example, because I focus on the Netherlands. The previous way was a little bit clunky, to say the least. Right now, we redesigned it from scratch. You can easily add every country in Europe, but you can just drag and drop. It's really easy, works a lot better than before. Also, we have improved our statistics screen as well, so you can easily understand what works and what doesn't work inside of UpViral. If you go to report, you'll find all the stats that you need, and also a detailed overview for each of your leads. So if you want to see any of your leads, we have redesigned that part as well completely. So for every one of your leads, you can see exactly, hey, what rewards have they unlocked or didn't unlock it? And when did they actually unlock it? And how many points did they get? What did they actually do? Like, did they join other campaigns? Like, everything you want to see as like a 360 degrees overview of every one of your leads, you'll get it inside the lead section as well. So that's all in there. And that is all amazing, cool, and awesome. But like, the real exciting part about this massive update, like, yes, we've done like a lot of things are a lot easier. They're more flexible. But what the main reason is why you should be excited about this is because what this allows us to do going forward, because the new interface is needed for upcoming changes. Like I said, we've kept back certain updates for which we needed this interface to go live first. We needed this interface to go live so we can then roll out other updates. So this allows us to add meaningful functionality without adding confusion. And I want to stress out meaningful functionality. We're not just going to add whatever. Like, we're super focused on like what's going to get you more results in your business, right? And this is really built with the future in mind. And before continuing, I just want to stress out one more time that I want to say a massive thank you to the whole team, to the whole UpViral team, because like last night, for example, they were working, like, as you know, with every project that goes live, like this is currently live inside your account, right? If you log into UpViral, it's already there. All of you have it already. So as with a big release like this, again, 500,000 lines, there's always last minute tweaks and stuff, and things were changing, right? Last night, up to 3 a.m. at night, boom, they were working on it, right? And that just shows massive dedication, and I'm just super grateful. So for all of you watching, let's all say just thank you to the UpViral team, not to me, because I was going to say pretty face, not even a pretty face. I'm just a face, right? But the people, the actual team, those are the ones who make all of this a reality. So give them just like say thank you, or like say something in the comments, because they fully deserve that. And that is actually a good time for a second shirt winner. So let me know in the chat who is going to be the second winner for the t-shirt. Let me know in the comments. And that actually brings me to something as well. Like this UpViral, that's the new interface we've designed, right? It is not a static thing. What does that mean, right? We've actually already been doing interviews with people. We've been having calls to see like, how do you actually use it? And like, what is still confusing, right? And this means what we're gonna do is we're not just pushing it live now and it's ready. Over time, you'll see it changing, and over time improving. That like, it's not just the dashboard, this is it, but from now on, we'll see continuous changes to make sure it's clearer and easier to use while we're adding new features into it. And we actually want to have your help with that as well. I very much appreciate that. So if you log into your UpViral account, you'll see on the bottom left, you'll see a little widget, a little icon, right? If at any place inside the dashboard, you have feedback or you have ideas or you have a thought or you have a recommendation, please click that button, right? And then you can actually rate, how would you rate your experience, like 1 to 5, or like bad or worse, rate it, and then add a little bit of text, or you can even, with one click, you can add a little, you can easily add a screenshot, give feedback, right? We would appreciate it. Now, that is not to reach out for us at support. If you want to have questions for us that we need to reply to, please send us an email at support@upviral.com. But we would very much appreciate it if you would give us good feedback, because we like, this is not just for us, like this is basically you helping us, helping you, right? Like we want to make sure if there's something that's confusing, if someone's like, hey, I missed this thing, like I need to do this thing, but it doesn't work, or like I need to, like, how can you explain this better? Or like, hey, I have a great idea to make this better. Please drop that right there. What I'm actually going to do in 7 days from now, so next week, I'm going to ask to our product team, like, hey, from all the people who have actually done that, who has been the most insightful, right? That person will get a t-shirt as well. Right? So who's been the most insightful? I'll reach out to you personally in about a week from now, right? So again, that's not for customer support, that's for ideas to help us improve the dashboard for you, all right? And that brings me to the second t-shirt of today. Daniel Blancard, he's in the Facebook group, and he's actually been a Viral Hacking Challenge graduate. He's been joining the Viral Hacking Challenge in the past, which is awesome. So Daniel Blancard, again, I hope I pronounced your name right. If I don't pronounce your name right, do me a favor and try to pronounce my name, right? And these we're equal. But I'll reach out to you tomorrow to ask for your shipping address, and we'll send you a t-shirt. Yes, Mark, I've seen the message. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. My team is sending me messages, so trying to multitask here. Very good. So I'd really appreciate that if you can do that. Now, and that also brings me to what we've been, in the Facebook group, I've asked people like, hey, what do you think this announcement was? And the winner would get a lifetime account, right? The first one who has the most accurate one. So that brings us to who is actually the winner. I went through all the comments, and I've cross-checked on the Facebook page from Wilco de Cry, the Facebook page of UpViral, the Facebook group, like who's been the first to guess the right answer. And the winner is, he's actually Dutch, Stefan van der Vlaak. He said new look and feel, and that is the most accurate way of like today's announcement. So congratulations, Stefan. I'll reach out to you tomorrow to get that in order. However, I did notice that you already have a UpViral account. So I'll let it up to you, Stefan, if you want to have a second account, or if you want to me to wire $500 into a charity of your choice. So let me know. We'll do that on behalf of UpViral. You being the winner, you can decide that. All right. I just want to be fair and square to everyone. Cool. So congratulations, Stefan. Awesome job. And yeah, that's really awesome. So in summary, just to make sure that it's all clear. So really what we've been doing is like we are adding more training and support. Like for example, the Viral Hacking Challenge, for example, the free Copilot show that you can go to at the upviral.com/co-pilot-show. We've got a much stronger product team in place to make sure over the future, we're going to have way more and better updates. And it's going to be more streamlined into what you need to get more results. And I'd love to get your ideas and suggestions at features.upviral.com. And to kickstart that and to make sure we can go that way and to free up space we have completely redesigned the interface of UpViral, and that has been a massive undertaking, and it's been super worth it, because that way this is what was the first step that we needed to go into the future. And I'd love to know what you think of the dashboard. Yes, we'll all have to, like, every time something changes, a new interface, even when on my phone the interface changes, the first couple of days I need to get used to it, and after the first couple of days I'm like, yeah, awesome, right? And that's what we're trying to do here as well. I'm sure the first couple of days people if you've been using Viral a lot, you might have to readjust, but promise me, we'll make sure it's a lot better, and you'll love it, right? So that's actually brings me to the next thing. Well, what is actually next? Because as I mentioned, we've been working on some massive other updates as well, and those updates I'm actually going to leave under the blanket for now. Yes, I'd love to share everything, but hey, some things we just want to keep close to our chest, because one of these updates, it's something that we've been working on probably even longer than the actual new interface that I just showed. We've created a separate team, and we've been working on that update for a long time. And it's actually something that I would say a lot of businesses, they would see that as a standalone product. They would just, that is their business, right? And it's going to be part of UpViral. Everyone will get access to it, and it's probably going to be the biggest change to UpViral yet, and the one that has the most impact to your campaign as well. Because obviously the new interface, I can totally imagine some of you think like, oh, that's great, but what are the new features? Well, the new interface is going to make place for features like that, and those are going to be ready. The next big update, like we'll have smaller updates in between, but the big update, my estimate, will be a couple months away, and then we can reveal that as well. But the real point is that I want you to know, like, we are here for you, not just me, but also the rest of the team, and not just now, but here in the future as well. Like we haven't started this business to just get a couple of customers, like didn't make some money. Like that is the last thing we want to do. Like we're here to stay. Like we're investing big time to make sure we're ready for the future, and we are here to stay. In like 1 year from now, 3 years from now, 5 years from now, 10 years from now, and that's what maybe the biggest message here is that like this is our mission, and we put a lot of time and passion into creating the product that you need and to help you grow your business. And actually, some of you might actually not be using UpViral yet. Like if you are using UpViral, please let me know in the comments. Like let me know that you're at least a UpViral user. I'm assuming quite a few are, but some of you might not be an actual user just yet. You haven't been using UpViral to grow your business yet. Now, obviously, on our website, you can just sign up. We got 3 plans: the starter, the business plan, and the premium plan. And so far, throughout the history of UpViral, we never had like a trial or anything like that. It's always like you have to basically pay to play. But because of this release, and because I can imagine that some people want to see the inside of the dashboard, and they just want to experience it for themselves, how impactful it can actually be, for a couple of days, we actually open a backdoor link. So you can get started for just $1 today, right? So it's a 14-day trial, so you can try it out for 14 days. You can cancel it anytime. You can go to upviral.com/trial. That link will work for a couple of days only. And again, you can get started for $1. And while you're on that page, something that's good to know is that there's actually a little box here where you can select which plan you want. So if you go to upviral.com, you'll see we have a starter, business, and premium plan. And there you can select it. Our most popular one is our business plan, so I highly recommend that one. But in case you want to change it, you can change it right before you sign up, and just $1, and they'll give you 14 days of access to the platform, all right? And just to make sure, like I actually took a couple of screenshots from our Facebook group, from other people, what they've done with UpViral. For example, Anthony here, he says 11 days and not a penny yet on ads, and he got over 4,000 leads using UpViral. So if you'd like 4,000 leads and you'd like to spend $1 on that, well, then you know where to go, upviral.com/trial. Francesco here, he said like he has over 6,800 leads using UpViral. So again, if that sounds like a good deal for like that $1, you know where to go, right? Anthony, or this is the same as before. It was in the first day of his campaign. He had 166 leads. David here, okay, wow, I love this tool. He had 645 leads. He opened my campaign. I opened my campaign today, and the results are amazing, right? So that's on the first day of his campaign. So for $1, you could have this tomorrow inside your account. Ryan here, whoa, blown away by this tool. We're able to generate nearly 1,100 leads, P&C insurance leads. Like this is being used by all kinds of industries and markets, so that's really good to know as well. Although here, I use UpViral, and my business email list just would not exist without it. Period. Love it. Right. So and there's actually like I added a bunch more people that had amazing results. Like But that's for those who haven't had a chance to grow their business using UpViral yet. I wanted to at least open it up for everyone to join UpViral while we just released this new update. And as again, everyone who has access to UpViral, or if you sign up today, you will have access to this new platform. You will have access to the whole new interface. And while I take a sip of water, I would love to know the third person who won a t-shirt. And I'm actually going to try to actually log in to see if my laptop doesn't freeze, because it might be super slow while I'm doing a live stream. And I need to take a sip of water because, oh man, it is like 30 degrees Celsius for those who live in Celsius right here. So it's kind of warm. Cool. Let me just see if I can stream it. I should be able to stream it. I'm just going to drag it over here. Ooh, this is UpViral. This is actually my own account. As you can see, I collected over 17,000 leads myself using UpViral. Thank you, Eric. Really appreciate it. Haha, demo time. Yes, demo time. So right here, we're actually inside my account, and I'm just like, what I'm going to do. I'm going to create a new campaign, right? Create a new campaign. And for those who've been using UpViral in the past, I have to look behind me to actually get it done. My laptop is slow when it's streaming live, but hey, we have to just accept that, all right? So as mentioned, we have like various guided tours. So if, in case you're like not completely sure of like what it all is, we actually, for those who have been using UpViral before, we put all the incentives together so you can easily run, like you can add an incentive, say like, for example, a coupon code that people will get after, for example, they invited 3 of their friends. Like, hey, here's a coupon code if you're in e-commerce, and we automatically distribute. If you have a list of coupon codes, we automatically distribute everyone their own unique invite coupon code. So you can just easily add that right here. I'm just doing a quick demo, so I'm going to skip it. Or you can add a grand prize. You can also do both. And a grand prize means someone can actually win, right? So at random, someone's going to win. Maybe let's say like 2 winners at a certain date. Like that way, you can automatically pick a winner. For example, next Thursday, whoever had most points, for example, right? So that you can all do that right here. So the thing I wanted to show you all, for example, again, here's the point setup, like which is really cool. Like one of those nitty-gritty things that is just awesome is the way to create custom actions. Before you had to like figure out yourself. Now let's say I want people to subscribe to my YouTube. I just click subscribe, subscribe to my channel, my YouTube channel. Click. Boom, right? And now it's already preset, like the right text, the right logo, the right color. And yes, we can change all of that. You can easily just, if you want to modify, but like you don't have to think about what the options are. You just click, 3 clicks, and it's all done for you. All you need to do is like enter the URL of your channel, ask them a question to confirm that they've actually done it, and to make sure like a check question. You can either add an open question, or you can add some multiple choice answers as well. Say like, hey, let's say someone joins your Facebook group, what was the first thing you saw on the pinned post? Like, and then they have to pick the right answer, and that way you'll know for sure that they've actually done that, right? But this is like super easy to do that, right? So you can clear, like, let's say watch again, my laptop is slow. Watch let's say a video, maybe on Facebook. Watch a video on Facebook, right? Boom, it looks immediately like Facebook icon, blue color from Facebook, all ready to go. I'm not going to save it now, just doing a quick demo, but you get the point, right? So overall, you'll see various changes like that. Like for example, the geo-targeting that I mentioned before. I just wanted to show you that as well, just as an example. I got it next. Oh, my laptop is so slow. That's the downside of streaming. Like if you would hear my laptop sounds like it's a helicopter right now. It's about to just fly. That's how much noise it's making. And it should be a MacBook Pro, but not so pro today. But here's like how you can actually decide like who is able to just join your campaign. And obviously you can just pick specific countries, like obviously the Netherlands. Always include the Netherlands. Dutch people are like, if it ain't Dutch, it ain't much. You can just drag and drop if you want. Or you can just say like, hey, I just want to do, everyone in Europe. again, if my laptop would work. Well, my laptop is kind of slow right now, but you get the point. So overall, there's a ton of changes here and there, but mostly just making room and making space for what is to come, because again, we've got some really cool, exciting stuff. Oh yeah, one more thing I do want to make sure that you all see and know, like if you see anything, I want you all to play around with it. If you see anything that you're like, this is, I have an idea to make it better, or like anything that's confusing, like go, where's my mouse? Go here to the bottom left. This is where you can do it. You can just click on that icon right here. On the page where you want to give feedback on, let's say you want to say like something is amazing or something is not good. Like for example, if I dislike something, you can just write down your experience. You can even click right here, and you can just say like what is confusing? Well, it's this part. Boom, it will add a screenshot and just send it away. Right? And just so you know, this is not for support. So if you want to send us an email to our support desk, like if you're stuck, please do that. This is as feedback for us. And again, in a week from now, I'm going to ask the product team, like who's been the most insightful. Like if you have really like a lot of good ideas or like just a few very good ones, whatever it is, I would really appreciate it. And that is what the new dashboard is. And oh man, I'm actually going to check. I'm so excited. Sorry for talking too fast. The third person to win a t-shirt is Tracy Moore Gaylord. Welcome, awesome, congratulations. Tracy is inside the Facebook group. If I heard that from Mark correctly, thank you, Mark. So thanks for that. You like that was the third one. So the 3 t-shirts go out to them. Let me just scroll back through all the messages. Mike Brigida, Daniel Blancard, and Tracy Moore Gaylord. Congratulations, all 3. I'll reach out to you tomorrow personally to send you the t-shirt. In a week from now, I'm going to send another t-shirt out to the person who gives us the most insightful feedback. Plus, I'm going to reach out to Stefan van der Vlaak, who won a viral lifetime account. Or if he wants, I'll send $500 to a charity of his choice on behalf, because I know he already has a viral, so perhaps he wants to extend it into a lifetime account, or maybe he just wants to be generous. So we'll do that as well. And that's really what we had to share. Now, this is also the time, I think, to let me just remove this. Ask any questions. I have not been the best in looking at all the comments because I'm the worst multitasker of. Maybe not the world, but I'm not a very good multitasker. Let's just put it like that. So if there's any questions, drop it in the chat. If I missed any of the questions from before, let me know as well. Christine is asking, only Facebook, not YouTube. We actually we checked in multiple places and they picked randomly. So it could be, could be from any of those places, just so you know. Great win, Stefan. Yes, definitely. Woohoo. You're most welcome. Awesome. I see a lot of awesome questions. I really do appreciate it. Like, it's awesome to see, like, yes, I'm proud of the team, but it's also really awesome to see that we have a community that stand behind us. And, because without the community and without all of you being our customers and followers, none of this would be possible, right? So none of this would be even remotely possible. So thank you for that as well. Let me just go through the questions. Someone's asking for a certain feature like messenger integration. Like, that is exactly something that you can put on features.upviral.com. We love to hear ideas like that, so it's all in one place. So please do share that there as well. Thank you for the kind words. I really do appreciate it. Facebook user. Larry is asking, can you send me a lifetime account coupon code? No, we cannot. Like, Stefan is actually the first person to win a lifetime account since we had a lifetime account for a few days back in 2015 when it looked like that. So we had a few days, 5 days to be exact, 2015, and since that, never, and we'll never do that ever again. Now, sometimes people ask that, but we'll never do that. Sorry for that. So sorry to disappoint you. The best deal I have right now is what I mentioned, the $1 trial that you can get at upviral.com/trial. And yes, there's a replay of this automatically. So if you just refresh wherever you are on Facebook or YouTube, you'll see the replay once we're done with it. Cool. So G said, like, I'm an artist. Give me an example how viral will help me with my sales. So, for example, what you could do is you can actually do a contest or a sweepstake where people can win a certain portrait or something that you actually painted. And in order to win, they need to invite their friends. Like, you can say, like, hey, you can win this, enter the name and email address. And that's like, hey, you want to increase your chances of winning, you'll need to invite your friends as well. Like, every time you invite your friends, you will get a lot more, like, get a higher chance of winning. So they'll start inviting their friends, will then opt in as well, right? And the good thing about doing that, like, if you do a sweepstake where you give away your own product, the only people that are going to opt in are those who are actually interested in your product. Because, like, the worst thing to do is like, hey, you can win an iPad, because everyone wants an iPad, but those people are not interested in your product. But if you make it specific for your product, you might not get like 100,000 leads. That's not the point. You get the leads who want to have your product. And then the cool part is, like, what a lot of our customers have done is, like, when they pick the winner, it's not like they just pick the winner. It's like, for everyone who didn't win, usually it's good to give a discount. Like, hey, even though you didn't win, you know what? Here's a discount. Like, we have something on sale right now. So you still, you still have kind of like a winner, right? Because they are interested in your product. Like, they're the right person, they're the right fit. And that way you can, and obviously after that, you have them as on your email list, so you can just build a relationship with them, because it's not just about getting sales, it's about building a relationship with your leads. So creating a sweepstake could be a good option for your business. Let me just do. So, good question from Anthony. Does a Facebook share link only give points if they actually share on Facebook? Facebook does not allow that. Like, we assume they share, and that's why we recommend people to use the invite link, because that way, usually if I run my own viral campaigns, I only give away points if they actually get their friends to sign up, right? So it's not enough to just share. You need your friends to actually sign up. And when you do it like that, what will happen is that your audience will not just share it, but they will actually start actively asking their friends, like, hey, you need to sign up, and they'll share it through Facebook Messenger or through WhatsApp or those channels, because they know, like, hey, this person, James, he'd be interested in that, and they share directly with him because they know he's going to be the one to opt in. So personally, I always incentivize actually getting your friends to sign up versus just the share itself, because the share itself, even though for most people won't recognize it, they will just share for the amount of points, but technically we don't double check that because it's not allowed by Facebook. So we want to play within the rules there as well. Cool. Yes, so you can see the replay. Just hit refresh after we're actually done. What is the main purpose of our pitch it to me? UpViral will help you build your list using referral marketing, right? So I'm assuming that you've had, at some point, if you ever had a client that you got through word of mouth, well, this put that on steroids. This will make sure that you incentivize people to actually start sharing your business with their friends instead of just having to rely on like paid ads. So it's the fastest way I've personally seen for anyone to build up their list and grow their audience online, especially without having to run paid ads. That's the short version of it. What a great release. Thank you. I really appreciate it, Ella. Awesome for you to be there. Yes, can we track that, Peter? For anyone who signs up, yes, that's all visible inside your dashboard. So if you go inside your dashboard, for every lead, it's tracked, and you can see exactly, because we also use that for our fraud detection as well, to see if multiple people from the same IP sign up. You can even add people to a blacklist or a whitelist based on their IP address as well. Do you recommend having the Facebook sign-in button into your name, or just collect the email names without the Facebook button? It's a good question. Personally, I usually just go for name and email address, but I like to give people one option, because if I give people two, I personally feel like I give people too many options, it might distract them, right? It's like, hey, what do I do? But personally, to be honest, I've never really split tested it. It's just something I've always done. That's what I personally always do. Can we use UpViral in Spanish? Yes. Everything on the front end, everything that your audience will see is 100% customizable. So only the dashboard, that will be in English, but that's only what you will see. But everything that your audience will see is completely translatable, and you can use it in any language, both left to right, even right to left languages, like Arabic, for example. So no worries there as well. Bug bounty, but not really. But like I said, the best insightful feedback over the next 7 days will get a t-shirt. So that's like our mini version of the bug bounty program, all right? Is there a way we can set up a better view on the WhatsApp share? Doesn't read as well as a Facebook share. To be honest, I'm not quite 100% sure. This is one of those examples that I'd love to get as a feature request as well on features.upviral.com, so we can look into that and see what is the case with WhatsApp and how we can make that better. Thank you for that suggestion. I do appreciate it. To them, lots of questions on like Facebook and can I use it in Arabic? Yes, you can. No problem at all. What would be different compared to landing pages? I want to test product IDs. Like a landing page, you just get people to opt in, and that's it, right? We only start there because after they opted in, we then give them an incentive. Everyone will get their own unique invite link, which will automatically track for you. So that's where you'll give them an incentive. So like, hey, if you want to win something, invite your friends through your invite link, and you'll have a higher chance of winning. Or you say like, hey, here's your invite link. Get 3 of your friends to actually sign up, and that's when you'll get something of value, like a coupon code or free product or something like a PDF or a video or an information piece that, so it's more than just a landing page, it actually goes beyond that. A landing page is just a static page, basically. Cool. Farak Barber is saying, I have a paid membership site and I want to reward my members with a discount on their current pay plan if they invite X amount of new referrals. That is something that we're actually considering, which is not right now, it's not optimized for that just yet, to work with like tracking pay plans. For example, right now it's really focused on lead gen. However, it's something we are considering, and that is something I would definitely love your vote and suggestion on features.upviral.com for sure. Cool. Can a viral reward points for purchase instead of share? Not right now, not yet. Again, I would love to get that on features.upviral.com as well, because it is something we are very seriously considering. Curious about the uptime of viral over the last couple of years. It's actually really good. Like we definitely made some mistakes. We had a couple of downtimes, but overall, I recently checked. It was around 99.8%, something like that. But still, it should be 100%. But uptime has actually been really good, except for like a couple times where we had an issue, unfortunately. And by the way, if you go to status.upviral.com, you'll see exactly how, like if we're up, if everything is smooth, you see when we went down last time, we're fully transparent about that. Again, it's important, like we want to help you grow your business. You can only do that if we're transparent. So if you go to status.upviral.com, you can see that there as well. Cool. Thank you for being here, Nam. I do appreciate it. Awesome. All right. Just checking the questions. Let me just see if my team has mentioned anything that I need to be aware of as well. Always good to, I got it here on my iPad. Got to multitask, right? Cool. Nothing. So I'm assuming no news is good news. That is good. Exactly. Like that's like ISP, like 100% is not attainable. Like I wish, but not possible. Awesome. After the 14 days, like it depends on which plan you want to go for. Let me just go back. We have a couple of different plans. Ivan, we have one for $49 a month, one for $79, and one for $199 a month. All right. So that answers that question right there. And again, for the first 14 days, it is just $1 during this promotion. All right. Ruth is saying you can probably log in. I would love it if you have any issues, please clear your cache and then re-log in, because we made a big change into the dashboard. It might be that in your browser there's old cache, so just make sure to refresh. And then if you still have any issues, please send us an email at support@upviral.com. We're ready to help you out. Cool. Well, I don't see any new questions anymore. How big should our email list be to start using UpViral? Actually, that's a good question. We actually get a lot of people who don't even have an email list just yet, and they start from scratch and they use it to build your email list, right? Obviously, if you already have an email list, it's even better because then you already have an audience that you can send it out to. So for example, the guy that I mentioned before, which is way in the beginning of the presentation, Matthew Longley, who had over 100,000 leads, he didn't have his own audience just yet. He started out using UpViral, right? So there's no minimum, but obviously if you already have an audience that they can start sharing, all the better. What's actually cool as well, let me just check if I can show it. So what's cool as well, like if you're using UpViral and you create your own campaign, let me just go to the promote page. You can send if you already have an email list, right? Let me just remove that comment. Where's my mouse? Multitasking. There we go. So if you already have let me just open it up. If you already have an email list, right, and you then also create a viral campaign, you could send an email out like, hey, here, go to my campaign and get them to opt in again because they go to your landing page, enter the name and email address, but you already have them on your email list. You don't have to do that, right? And that's where the one-click sign-up links come in. So if you go to the promote page, you can just say like, hey, which autoresponder do you use? For example, I use ActiveCampaign, and it will just generate a link that I can just send out. And like if I send that link out in my email, people click that, it will like automatically they will have joined their campaign. They don't need to enter the name, email address, or it's even cooler, even better. You can actually say, well, I'm going to create a link to share on Facebook, or any other network. So what I will do is I could literally send out an email to my email list, say like, hey, we're doing this amazing thing, and I'm actually going to reward you. If you get 3 of your friends to actually sign up, you will get this and that, right? And then all you need to do is click here to share your unique invite link on Facebook. That's inside the actual email. So from the email, they click on that link, boom, they go straight to Facebook. They can immediately share their own unique invite link, and everything is tracked by UpViral, right? So that's the one-click sign-up link. So that is if you already have an email list, that is like super powerful. So highly recommend to use that. All right. Cool. Let me just go through the questions. What if my email autoresponder is not included in your list? We actually integrate with a lot of autoresponders. I think like 50 or 60 or so, but 50 or 60. But if not, we also have a integration with Zapier, right? Zapier supports a lot. We also have a HTML integrations, which means that if you add in your HTML form from your autoresponder, every time you collect a lead, we'll submit the lead into that form, right? Plus we have an API. Cool. So there's plenty of ways to, even if yours is not integrated, we can still collect it. Cool. Tommy is saying, is it possible to see results in just 14 days trial period? Yes, but I want to be clear, like, yes, but if your intention is to just try it out for 14 days and that's it, like if you already start your trial with the idea of canceling within 14 days, I would say best not to do it, right? Because as we all know in business and in life, like the best things are not done short. Like some people, if you already have experience, like you would get started. I've shown some screenshots from people on the first day they had like 600 leads, right? First day, boom, and they just kickstarted it right from the gate, the moment they started with UpViral. But first of all, if you have that, why would you cancel after 14 days? Like, would that be crazy? Secondly, like if someone starts out with the idea of like, hey, I want to try this out, but I'm just going to kind of give it a try and I don't really think it's going to work, then rest assured, like it's not going to work. Like it only works if you are committed to it. So if you are like, yes, it's a great way to get started with it. It's a great way without any risk, only $1, you can get started with UpViral. But I just want to make clear as well that if you are already starting with the idea of like, it's not going to work, then it won't work. If you're starting out with the idea it's going to work, then you will make it work, like as many of our clients have already done, right? Just want to be clear and transparent about that as well. Evan is asking, can you integrate UpViral with ClickBank? That doesn't really make sense. So like what some of our clients are doing who are promoting, for those of you who don't know what ClickBank is a platform where you can promote things as an affiliate. So what some of our clients have done, they used UpViral to collect and build their email list, right? And then they use their email list to then promote affiliate offers, right? To build it, but first they start out with building a relationship with their email list, all right? Let me just minimize this again. Woohoo! Oh my God, I have to get some water. How does the new lead page work? So the new lead page actually is not new. Like so far, the editor of the lead page is still the same. Where is my? I thought I was gonna. Where is my? Oh yeah, there we go. Sorry for that. Go to the right slides. There we go. So that still works the same as before. Letterherk. I hope I pronounced your name right. Cool. If you already have membership, this is already in your account, Richard, no worries at all. Boom, like here, I'm not sure what your name is because you haven't, you're probably from the Facebook group, but I see a comment. Started my very first campaign on Saturday, already got 700 leads, 150 referred. Thank you. That is it, right? Like, so if you are on the fence and you haven't used UpViral yet, go do it now. If you are already an UpViral customer, I know some of you are an UpViral customer, but you haven't like it been collecting dust, like you want to make time of it. This is your wake-up call to get started with UpViral, right? So we just want to make like, it's not just about having the tool is not enough. Now you need to actually implement, right? And if you're not sure how to do it, then join our Copilot show on Tuesday, same time as we started today, 10 a.m. Eastern time. So definitely do that. And this is what will happen if you take action, all right? Cool. All right. What's the main difference between the three plans? Good question. I can definitely show you that. Let me just go to the other slide. All right. Here we go. So we got the starter plan. You can collect up to 10,000 subscribers and manage one brand, which means on one website and with one email sender. So like if you have a campaign, we're sending out emails. And sometimes if you have multiple campaigns, like from one side and the second side and third side, you also want to have a different name where you're sending the emails from. Like for example, I would send out one campaign would be for UpViral, the other one would be from Connectio, right? With the starter plan, you can do it for one website, one brand. With the business plan, you can do it for the three brands, right? So I could do from UpViral and for Connectio and a third one, for example. I can also collect up to 25,000 subscribers, plus you get A/B split testing, right? So you can actually easily test which page converts best, which page will get more people to actually share. You get access to the API, to Zapier, and if you want to go all in, you can collect up to 100,000 subscribers using the premium plan, and you can run unlimited campaigns as well. So that's really cool. And manage up to 10 different brands. So like for multiple websites that you run or are involved with. All right. So hopefully that answers it. And with that having said, I actually do think that it's time to wrap up. But I just wanted to I don't want to end this call with just questions. I just want to basically have the dashboard on screen again, because yes, we had multiple updates. I'm actually going to go to a slightly different slide. Sorry for that. Did not plan it. Yes, we had multiple updates today. Again, more training and support to help you succeed. If you want to join the free Copilot shows, go to UpViral.com/co-pilot-show. We have a way stronger product team right now to take UpViral to the next level. And I would love your ideas on features.upviral.com if you have any ideas and suggestions for new features. And biggest part of all, we have completely redesigned the interface of UpViral. And that is what I just wanted to show you right here. And I think it looks absolutely amazing. I know it looks absolutely amazing. Over 500,000 lines of code have been created to actually make it a reality. And the biggest part of this is this is going to allow us to grow a lot further and add more functionality that you need to grow your business further without causing overwhelm. So super pumped and excited. It's all live in your account already. And I just wanted to thank you all for being here with me on this presentation, on this call. And just again, a massive thanks to the whole team for putting this together and working day and night on making this a reality. All not just to get it live, but to help all of you to get a result and to actually help you implement UpViral. So actually, it will be a waste if you're now sitting here. They put all the time and effort, and you would not actually use it, right? So again, if you go to upviral.com/trial, you can sign up right now for a $1 trial. We'll keep that link open for a few days. And if you already have UpViral, this is the time to stop just having UpViral, but to implement it and grow your business using it, because it's incredibly powerful, as I've shown in many of those case studies. And if you have any questions, jump to our viral group on Facebook to mingle with our community. If you have any support questions, reach out to us at support.upviral.com or support@upviral.com. And I just want to thank all of you for being here with me on this beautiful Wednesday, wherever you are in the world. Hopefully you're all staying safe. And again, I'll reach out to the winners tomorrow, first thing tomorrow, to collect your addresses and to send the t-shirt. And in 7 days from now, we're gonna send another t-shirt out for the person who sends us the most insightful feedback using this little widget in the bottom left. Oops, there's still a comment shown on my screen. How do I hide that? Hey, like I said, worst multitasker in the world. Can't blame it, right? Again, thank you all for being here. I appreciate it and hope you all have an amazing day. Bye-bye. Thank you, everyone.